Hey folks, how y'all doing? Um, you see the title of the video, and I'm quite sure you probably heard about it already. I know LAR movement, my nephew, what's happening, y'all? LAR movement still moving. Done it, as well as I seen Pink Book Lessons do it as well. This is a Texas story. Shout out to both of them. I'm gonna go ahead and run it down. Well, I'm gonna show the video from the news, the local news down here, and a couple of bullet points. And it wouldn't be me if I didn't stick my 2 cents in, because this just proves a lot of stuff we know. People are jacked up. The system is jacked up. The system gonna take the kids. The father then flew in from California once he found out what's going on. When the girls folks in Alabama contacted him in Cali, he fly to Texas to come, try to, grab the kid, check on the kids, get the kids and whatnot. And the state protect child custody, then picked the kids up and then sent the kids to Alabama with the mother of the woman that abandoned her own children. Instead of giving the children to the father, I'm willing to bet you they didn't even try to contact the father. I bet you they didn't even tell them, well, we called dad, they dad, and he's then came from California to let's hurry up movement. We can't let a dad ever get his kids. I bet you they end right back up with her, and I bet you she don't do any real jail time, and probably get probation and get sent to one of them 120-day classes, and they're gonna give the kids right back to her. I'm willing to bet you $1 to a donut. But anyway, let's go ahead and move ourselves to the newsroom. Okay. This is one of these deals. This deal stinks all the way around. People have kids, want to take care of the kids. I wouldn't be shocked at all to find out that this guy probably tried to get custody of his child. And y'all know how I am about dudes that's keep impregnating. But let me keep my powder dry until I find out which kid is his in the pecking order. But still, I know people break up, but a lot of the moral majority of folks out here have kids and have no intention of living under the same roof to raise their children. But I'll keep my powder dry to see where he is in the pecking order before I say anything to him. Same thing I done with the dude with the baby mama with 4 kids that threw the McDonald's food because he didn't bring the McDonald's for enough of the kids. I got to put that video back up. That one was a crowd favorite over here, and put that one back. But then when I found out that he was baby daddy number 4, that's when I let him have it. So we'll see if that's the same thing over here. But until then, we're going to go ahead and go ahead and get ourselves squared away and get this story going. Okay. Montgomery County mom accused of abandoning 2 young children home alone for nearly 2 months. Okay, let's get this video going.
Montgomery County mother is wanted by police in 2 different states tonight after investigators say her 2 young children were found in deplorable living conditions.
The 12 and 3-year-old were left alone to fend for themselves for nearly 2 months. ABC 13's Brooke Taylor is live outside the home where all of this happened.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second, Brooke Taylor, before you get going. Look at these pictures. What is she, a scripper? What'd he do? What'd you do, impregnate a scripper?
Conditions.
The 12 and 3-year-old were left alone to fend for themselves for nearly 2 months.
Say like O'Shea, weaving it up, sandling it up, just dusty. And Sly, they're your leopard print. They're your cheetah print. So Sly somewhere losing his mind. Man, these onward.
ABC 13's Brooke Taylor is live outside the home where all of this happened. Brooke?
Yeah, all of this really hard to believe.
Hold on, Brooke. Fair use, Brooke. Brooke Taylor, fair use.
Now, the mom left about a few months ago, but they moved into this home a year ago, and the children were never enrolled in school in Texas. So officials tell me it was really easy for all of this to just go unnoticed. Inside this home, a nightmare for two young children, 12 and 3 years old. Roman Forest Police Chief Stephen Carlisle says they were abandoned for nearly 2 months.
Roman Forest is just north of Houston. I think 69. I think it's right off of 69. But I know it's north of Houston. Roman Forest is north of Houston, just out of the Houston city limits.
There was no food in the house. Everything was empty. There was some dry beans and some spices is about it.
Their mother, Raven Yates, left them in late September, he says. There's been a warrant out for her arrest since December. Investigators say the 12-year-old never told anyone because she was threatened by what might happen to her little brother. They have different fathers.
And she was afraid that her father was going to take her and leaving the 3-year-old by himself.
Fearful
So she done concocted up a concoction of a story to tell the 12-year-old not to tell your daddy, because if you do, he gonna take you and gonna leave your little brother abandoned. Yeah, boy, this is a world-class mom right here, and I'm quite sure there's gonna be somebody to try to defend her. Yeah, and go right ahead, but defend her somewhere else. Don't come over here with that foolishness. I ain't trying to, because I don't cut no slack for the dudes when they do dumb stuff, and I ain't cut no slack for when chicks do dumb stuff. And depending on what pecking order wait a minute. She has said the daughter, because that's the grown kid. So if she's the first child, well, like I said, let me keep my powder dry and towards the end so I don't have to retract anything. Onward.
obeyed. She'd call her father, saying,
Was afraid that her father was going to take her and leaving the 3-year-old by himself.
Fearful, she obeyed. She'd call her father, saying mom was working and he would send food. According to police, he's a music producer in California. He called police once family members spotted Yates in Mobile, Alabama.
A music producer in California, Super Sly. Tell you what, this is you know who from the Fifth Wall. I tell you what, now I got a contact out there, so you keep on getting slick at the mouth, and now I got somebody and got a little angst too, and get them out there after you. You heard me? Fifth Wall, baby. Fifth Wall. We rolling like that. Fifth Wall.
Saying mom was working and he would send food. According to police, he's a music producer in California. He called police once family members spotted Yates in Mobile, Alabama, where she's from, without her kids.
So they spot her in Mobile, Alabama, without the kids. So he fly from California to Texas just for the state to get there. Now I don't know if the popo opened up the place and gave the kids to Child Protective or the county or not. I don't know. But they thought it was a good idea to send the kids to Mobile, Alabama, where she's at, and give them to her mother instead of letting the kids giving the dog. Okay, I see. Wait a minute. Multiple parents. So he must not have. All right, the 3-year-old must be by somebody else. I'm putting on my thinking cap here. So the 3-year-old is by somebody else. The 12-year-old is his. So I guess they like, well, instead of splitting them up and letting him take his daughter, we gonna give them to their grandmama, which is the mother of the woman, the female that abandoned them. Make that bovine feces make sense. If you can make it make sense, you're a smarter man than I am.
And he got a call from his ex-mother-in-law, and they put two and two together. He caught the first plane over here.
Investigators shocked to see how they were living.
So ex-in-law, so they were legally so they were married. Okay, so I'm willing to bet you why they got a cornerstone over the window. Cornerstones go in the at the top of an arch. That's just decorative. There's another one there that has no structural. I can't help it, y'all. I see stuff like that. That's just for show. That has no structural, adds no structural integrity. It only works when it's in the top of an arch. So more than likely, I wonder if he tried to get custody of his child, and the court gave the child to her just for her to abandon it.
The officers checked the bedroom of the children and discovered heavy urine odor coming from the 3-year-old's bed.
Yates continues to be active on social media, posting to her thousands of followers as investigators work with Mobile police to arrest the 31-year-old's mom.
So what do we got here? We got a IG 304, IG, what do y'all call them? A thought? Is this what we got? A mother thoughting it up, abandon your kids, thoughting it up. He a music producer. I wonder how he came. Oh, okay. Matter of fact, is the picture is starting, the water is starting to get a little clear here. Water starting to get a little clear here. Let's go.
She's wanted on 2 counts of abandoning or endangering a child without intent to return. She hasn't responded to our messages.
A 12-year-old cannot take care of a 3-year-old for a long period of time. It's dangerous, especially over a month and a half. It's dangerous. It's irresponsible of a parent.
Now, Yates also has a 14-year-old girl. She was reported as a runaway around the same time when police say she left the...
What? Hold on a second.
Responsible of a parent.
Now, Yates also has a 14-year-old girl.
She also has a 14-year-old girl. So you got a 14, a 12, and a 3. And you thoughting it up for the internet. So who's the child? Who's the child? Who's the parent of the 14-year-old that ran away? Is that his child too? Or is that somebody else's child? Or all 3 of them got different? Dude, if 14 and 12 is your number one, there ain't no way in heck I could leave my kids. But anyway, that's just me. If 14 and 12 are, there's just no way around this. Both of y'all are screwed up. Now, granted, you didn't leave them in a house by themselves, but I mean, you have to.
Was reported as a runaway around the same time when police say she left the younger children. Tonight, though, police tell me all 3 children have been reunited. They are safe and they are with a family member in Alabama. We are live in New Caney. I'm Brooke Taylor, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Brooke Taylor. No relation to me. Not that I know of, but so the kids are in Alabama where the mother is, and they're with the grandmama. They with the mother, with the woman that raised that person that we was looking at them, the thoughty pictures of. I guess there's enough blame to go around on this one, and the only one I can't blame is the kids. Yeah, the 12-year-old bend it to the wheel, but it's not hard to make a 12-year-old bend to the will, especially when she's using the other child as leverage. If you tell your daddy he gonna come and take you and gonna leave your brother, you know, like I'm about ready to leave y'all for a couple of months. What? How horrible of a person do you have to be to leave your children at home? 12 and 3. I'd be losing my mind. I'd be losing my mind in 3 hours. I mean, are you kidding me? But I love my kids. Apparently, she don't love her kids. She don't give a dang about her kids. Like what did Brooke Taylor say? That even though this whole time she active on her taking her pictures and whatnot and posting them for her thousands of fans. Now, she didn't say whether it was OnlyFans, Instagram, ain't no telling, but somebody paying for that big old house back there at 23643, whatever street it is in Roman Forest. Somebody paying for that house. Is Mr. Producer in California paying for the house? It's a whole bunch of holes in this story, y'all. Whole bunch of holes in this story. But one thing I can tell is there's enough to go around. Yates been charged with 2 counts. Okay, you can't charge don't mean nothing. Y'all don't have her in custody. A warrant for arrest was filed in December. She has been actively posting on her social media accounts with thousands of followers as investigators work to make an arrest. So you charge don't mean nothing until y'all get y'all paws on her. Y'all send her to Alabama where she's at. Y'all may as well have just gave him back to her. I bet you she don't do no more than a week in jail. I bet you okay, take that back. I bet you she don't do no more than 30 days and then some kind of, probation with her going to some kind of goofball psych class. And then 120 days, she'll be back in the same house and back with the same kids. And he'll probably be back in California. How do y'all live like this? I got enough arrows to shoot at both sides. Man, y'all need to stop impregnating these monsters disguised as females. Cause know what that make you? When you impregnate a monster, it makes you a monster too. Y'all should not reproduce. You don't have the mental aptitude to properly rear and raise children, productive children. This 12-year-old is gonna be screwed up. The 3-year-old ain't gonna remember none of this. The 14-year-old ran away. So what does that tell you? 14-year-old girl, she's in the blooming stage. And she ran away. But what they say, but now all through, okay, so they said she ran away, but then Brooke Taylor also said that all 3 of the kids are back together at a relative, Big Mama, in Mobile, Alabama. This is a dysfunctional family. Well, they ain't even a family. This is just a gaggle of people that share a bloodline. Dude and Callie. I don't know if he the baby daddy of the 14-year-old or of some other dude, the 14-year-old, but you the daddy of the 12, because that's all the only baby they laid on him, the only child was the 12-year-old. So I'm going to assume 14 and 3 is by somebody else. So until I get anything different, that means you impregnated a baby mama already. Because if yours is 12, she's 14. So you impregnated a chick that had a 2-year-old baby by somebody else. You part of the problem too. Man, what the heck is wrong with you people? Y'all be good. I'm out of here. I'm getting upset. Rate, comment, share, subscribe. Bye, Brooke. Good job, Brooke. Thank you. Bye.